Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, June 17th. We're looking at window traders, market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And with about 70 minutes to go prior to the opening, as you can see, we are trading, all three of us, towards the lower end of yesterday's ranges. Now remember, both triple Q and SPY and ES went out with a double distribution day. Right now, we're looking at the lower end of it. We're right above the 20-day moving average, which held the first time there yesterday. It's right now, it's at 420.20, trading just above it. Now, below that, we have the 50, which is at 416.89. It's going to be critical where this market closes by the end of tomorrow with a possible outside week down or up. We go ex-dividend tonight for tomorrow, and we have the PPI out in about 7 minutes. So right now, destinations on the upside, the first one would be my overnight high of 422.45. So we don't have anything for about $2 to the upside right now. If we gap lower, yesterday's low will be our first upside destination. Then we have the single prints. 423.66 get filled at 424.05. Yesterday's high of 424.87. For the downside, right now the overnight, yesterday's low is 419.92. My overnight low is 419.91. So they're weak against each other. Then we have that 10-wide pop from back on June 3rd, 419.16. Single prints, 418.72 get filled at 24 from June 3rd. 417.03, lowest accepted price from the same date. 416.28, which is another weekly low. That's important because below that, it gets a little sparse for a while. We don't have anything to 414.45, so over $2 below that. And then 414.10 afternoon pullback low from all the way back on May 20th. Game plans for this morning, both early and at 9:30. Well, right now, until something changes, right, we're going to have lower value, open at the lower end of balance, possibly on a gap. If we gap lower and get acceptance below the 20-day moving average, again, we should beeline for that 10-wide pop, which we have not been able to get from June 3rd. And then we're going to test those single prints. You have a lowest accepted price all the way down at 417.03. So again, if sellers show up at all in any kind of force, they could test these levels and put the weekly into a much bigger balance, okay? So a gap lower, I'm short, out if the gap fills. If we open in balance, take out yesterday's low, get below the 20. Again, I'm short. I'd be out back inside of yesterday's range. Those are two short plays, early and as of 9:30. Now, if we defend yesterday's low or get below it, and come back in, if we gap lower, fill the gap, get acceptance back above the 20, well, then again, you can look for a long and then use yesterday's low and or the 20-day moving averages. You're out if you get back below it. We're going to have some pretty wide pops, it looks like, from the overnight. Now, again, I'm in fours in most of these indices right now, so I'm not sure how wide they are, but as you can see, they've done all the business is being done. The market's short right now. We closed up here. The whole market's short right now. So what is this market looking to get? Acceptance below yesterday's low, acceptance below the 20-day moving average. If you get that, they're going to be very comfortable staying short, and you can get more longs to start flushing out and more shorts to pile on. However, if they don't get what they want and we get any acceptance back into yesterday's value and above where we settled, well, then they could start running for the hills, and we could at least possibly test the upper range of the lower distribution. That's the game plan in SPY and ES this morning. Russell has been in balance, in value. They had a 10-wide pop yesterday, but now they're starting to trend towards the lower end of their range. So it's really the same scenario for them. And triple Qs, basically the same scenario as us. Remember, they had a double distribution day also. And then on the chart, so here's the weekly. I don't know why they're showing a 407.78 low. Obviously, there's a bad print somewhere. But right now, yesterday's low is the weekly low of 419.92 as of right now. So here's the important thing. If we get acceptance below 420.32, that's last week's low. And if we close below it, it's an outside week down. The next target, like I said, is 416.28, which could put the market into a firm 3-week balance. Any acceptance below there, and things get a little hairy because your next destination is the 404, 405 level. Again, I'm not surprised if we will get there at some point and cleanse out a bunch more of these weak longs. And then on the daily, right now, it went from up to balance yesterday. If we take out yesterday's low, we will go to down. And if we get below the 20, again, the 50-day moving average at 416.89, which is just above that other week's low, is going to be a pretty tasty target. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.